Acting Governor of Guam. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize the Director of the Guam Department of Labor, Dave Della Sola. And also gracing us with her presence, the Honorable Senator Sabina Flores-Perez, Chairwoman, Committee on Labor. And I'd like to give a very, very warm welcome to all of those participating today from the Senior Community Service Employment Program, all of our working Manamka. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you guys have been here and got here pretty early and have been waiting, so we really thank you for your patience. I'd like to turn over the mic to Director Della Sola for his opening remarks.
Thank you, Janella. And I wish to thank everybody for coming here. It was nice. We just had a cabinet meeting and we're just segueing right into this. So I'd like to thank the Lieutenant Governor, Acting Governor for taking the time to join us, and for all of you. I just want to say how important it is in the mornings when I come in. I'm always greeted by one of you at the door or around, always food, smile. You're there early at the beginning of the day. You guys are there to the end of the day. So it's really a good example and a good mix for our youth and our new up and coming generation of workers coming in, and you sharing your experiences and just the Huffaday spirit and how to talk to people and get along with people. Because I know when every time I meet and see you guys, you're always there to talk, to say hello and have a conversation, and not just hello, goodbye, and have a good day and all that kind of stuff. And that's what happens when you get a little older and a little wiser. You take the time to say hello and to have a conversation and to, parts of knowledge. And not everything has to be work related, but just culture. Taking the time out to make people feel like they're important. And that's always nice to see that whenever I see one of you throughout my offices or out in the workplace. And I really like to thank you for taking the time to come out. I know this was very short time. And also Senator Sabina for coming out. She's going to be sponsoring our luncheon next Friday, to be determined. So we're still in the works for that. So I thank you for that. It'll always be good. So I just want to say welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Director Della Sola. And before I move on, I really apologize. I did not recognize this one woman who's been very central and key to this program, the CSEP program. She's been a part of this for a very long time. She's been running this program. I know all of you have worked with her and recognize her, and without her, this program would not run as well as it does. So I just really want to recognize Mrs. Dorothy Gutierrez, our CSEP administrator. And that's on me. So I'd like to move on to Acting Governor Josh Tenorio for his remarks.
Good day, everybody, and welcome to Adelup, to the Governor Ricardo J. Bordallo Governor's Complex. As I was listening to Dave, and I was just thinking about what we see in the workplace right now, we have so many different generations working together. I'm pretty sure when you started working, it's so different than what we're seeing, right? That's the reality. Mobile phones. I think when they first got introduced, you would be in trouble if you have a phone and using it in the workplace, right? There's so many different things that I can see in terms of how the generations are evolving. I get very impressed and optimistic with the younger ones, but I'm also kind of hoping that they're going to learn a lot of the traits and the skills and the work ethic, most especially, that all of you have. When I was getting into the workplace, and the people that were older, they always come in earlier than when they're supposed to, right? Many times at lunch, they're working through lunch. They might have a little lunch in the office. They don't take the full hour. They're sharing meals with each other. They're caring for each other, making sure that if something happens, they can help each other. Normally, they're staying after closing time. Now, we see some of the different folks, they want to telework. They don't want to come they don't want to work 8 hours a day. There's a little difference happening in the workforce that we have to be able to accommodate. But we also, with this program, allows us to really train and really instill what the values of hard work are for the younger generations. That is what is the best thing about this program. It allows people that have been working at times when Guam was still coming together, when it was modernizing, when all of the different things were happening, dealing with disasters. The generation that experienced Typhoon Mawar for the first time last year, they didn't know how to deal with it. It had been 21 years. All of us that were in the workforce know what to do. We have to come to work when there's no air conditioning, no power. There weren't as many computers, but now we have to incorporate those and embrace the change, but also teach those what it's like to really, really be a public servant. And I know a lot of you know really what that is. So I just want to say and recognize that it is a great program. I'm really fortunate and grateful that you have chosen to be part of this program, that you're seeing sometimes a second, third kind of career. I remember I'll just give you a little secret. Somebody in the room used to work at my nursery school in here in the room. And guess what? I'm already 50 years old. Can you imagine? It's really, time flies, time changes, but we're able to count on your wisdom to be able to inform and inspire the next generations that are that we're relying on to move our island forward. And for that, I want to thank all of you. And also, of course, want to recognize Guam Department of Labor, Auntie Dot. Thank you too. I think that you became a senior citizen while working at Department of Labor. You have committed yourself and really have inspired many others to do a great work for the people of Guam. So thank you very much, Sidus Maasi, and Biba to the Senior Older Workers Week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Acting Governor. And now for the reading of the proclamation, I'd like to call on Ms. Bennett Torres, who's also a participant of the CSEP.
Good afternoon. Proclamation number 2024-85, a proclamation of the governor proclaiming September 22nd through the 28th, 2024 as National Employee Older Workers Week. Whereas every year during the last full week of September, our nation celebrates National Employee Older Workers Week to recognize the invaluable contributions of our mature workforce and share strategies for embracing and harnessing their talents. Whereas this year's theme, Embracing Experience, Empowering Futures, underscores that our older workers possess the vast knowledge and experience that can uplift a multi-generational workforce toward a future of success. Whereas on Guam, our mature workforce has made enduring contributions to our island by building industries, strengthening our economy, preserving our culture, and enriching the fabric of our island community. Whereas, with labor shortages and an aging workforce, we must work to actively retain and recruit mature workers to build capacity and resiliency of our island's businesses and industries. With education and policy changes, this group will be supported and incentivized to continue to contribute to our island's workforce. Whereas, the Guam Department of Labor plays a crucial role in assisting our Manamco through the agency's work-based training and employment placement training programs And whereas this year, our administration celebrates the value of our mature workforce and emphasizes that we must embrace their experience and expertise that shepherd positive reinforcement to our current and future generation of workers.
Now, therefore, I, Joshua F. Tenorio, Actu Magat Lahing Guahan, acting governor of Guam, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Organic Act of Guam as amended, do hereby proclaim the week of September 22nd through September 28th, 2024, as National Employee Older Workers Week, given under my hand and the Great Seal of Guam to be affixed here in the capital city of Hagåtña on this 20th day of September in the year of our Lord on Dumini 2024, and Viva National Employee Older Workers Week.
All right, congratulations. And I'd like to thank everyone for joining us again today for this proclamation signing ceremony to Dismaasi. And that concludes today's proclamation. But before everyone goes, can we all get together for a group photo